There is a heavy weight to a headset when you work at a suicide hotline. You are the last line of defense. You are the voice in the dark for someone who has run out of options. We are trained to listen. We are trained to de-escalate. We are trained to be the calmest person in the room. But the training manuals don't tell you what to do when the voice on the other end isn't looking for help, but is looking for you. It was Valentine's Day, the graveyard shift. The call volume is always high on holidays. People get lonely. I was sitting in cubicle 12 near the back of the room. The center was skeletal tonight, just me and my supervisor, Mark, who was sitting in the glass office at the front, probably asleep. It was quiet, the kind of quiet where you can hear the fluorescent lights buzzing. At 3:15 a.m., my console blinked red. I took a sip of lukewarm coffee and clicked the mouse. "Lifeline, this is Sarah. I'm here to listen." Silence. Usually there is a pause. People are crying or they are working up the courage to speak. "Take your time," I said softly. "I'm here." Then a voice spoke. It was a man. His voice was incredibly calm, smooth, almost like a radio DJ. "I'm not going to do it, Sarah," he said. I blinked. "I'm glad to hear that. Can I ask your name?" "Names don't matter," he said. "I just wanted to tell you that you look tired." I stiffened in my chair. "I'm sorry?" "You look exhausted," he continued. "You've been rubbing your left temple for the last 5 minutes. Do you have a migraine?" I froze. My hand was currently resting on my left temple. I slowly lowered it to the desk. "Sir," I said, keeping my voice steady, "are you calling from a video phone?" He chuckled. It was a dry, rasping sound. "No video," he said, "just observation. You should really fix that ponytail. It's coming loose on the right side." My hand flew to my hair. My ponytail was loose on the right side. I stood up. I looked around the office. The room was empty except for Mark in the front office, 40 feet away. The windows were 4 stories up. The blinds were drawn. "Where are you?" I whispered. "Are you outside?" "You're looking at the window. That's instinct, but you're looking in the wrong direction." My heart started hammering against my ribs. I looked at the caller ID on my screen. Usually it shows a phone number or unknown. This time the screen just said system. "Sir, this is a secure line," I said, trying to sound authoritative. "If you are pranking this center, I am tracing this call." "Trace it," he dared me. "Go ahead, type the command." I started typing. My fingers were shaking so bad I hit the wrong keys twice. I entered the trace command. The system processed for a second. Result? Internal extension. Source? Maintenance Closet 4. My blood turned to ice. Extension 4. That wasn't a cell phone. That wasn't a landline from the street. That was a hardline phone plug. Inside the building. Specifically, inside the maintenance closet, which was directly behind my cubicle wall. I screamed and jumped out of my chair, ripping the headset cord. "Don't take off the headset, Sarah," the voice boomed, not from the headphones, but through the thin fabric wall. "You're right there, separated by 1 inch of fabric and drywall." I scrambled backward, knocking my chair over. "Mark!" I shouted toward the front office. "Mark, help!" Mark didn't move. His head was slumped on his desk. "Mark is sleeping," the voice said from behind the wall. "I gave him something to help him rest. He was snoring so loud it was ruining the ambiance." I looked at the door to the maintenance closet. It was about 10 feet to my left. The door handle was turning. I couldn't run to the exit. The closet was between me and the main door. I grabbed a pair of scissors from my desk. "Stay back," I yelled. The door opened. A man stepped out. He was wearing a janitor's uniform, one that was 3 sizes too large. It was stained with grease. He held a portable maintenance phone in one hand. In the other, he held a box cutter. He wasn't a janitor. I knew the janitor. This was a stranger. He was gaunt, pale, with eyes that looked like shattered glass. He smiled. He raised the phone to his mouth. "You have a nice voice, Sarah," he said into the receiver. His voice echoed. I heard it in the air, and I heard it tinny and small coming from my headset lying on the floor.
"What do you want?" I whimpered, backing into the corner of the room. "I want you to listen," he said. He took a step forward.
He clicked the blade of the box cutter out. Click, click, click. "I called you 3 years ago," he whispered. "I told you I was lonely. I told you I had nothing. And do you know what you did?" I shook my head, crying. "You put me on hold!" He screamed. He lunged. The glass of the front office shattered. Mark wasn't asleep. He wasn't dead. He had been pretending. He had seen the man enter the office 10 minutes ago on the reflection of his monitor. He had silently dialed the police on his mobile and laid his head down to play dead, waiting for the cops to arrive. The man dropped the box cutter. He grabbed his shoulder, howling in pain. 2 police officers burst through the stairwell door. They tackled him. I slid down the wall, sobbing. They dragged him away. As they walked him past me, he stopped. He looked right at me. "I'm still on hold, Sarah," he whispered. "I'm waiting for my turn." The police investigation revealed he had been living in the building for a week. He had picked the lock on the maintenance closet. He had tapped into the phone lines. He spent 7 days sitting in the dark closet, eating vending machine snacks and listening. He listened to every call I took. He learned my schedule. He learned my name. And the scary part? They checked the call logs from 3 years ago. He was telling the truth. On February 14th, 2016, a call came in from his number. We were understaffed. I was overwhelmed. I put him on hold to take a priority call, an active attempt. He sat on hold for 45 minutes, and then he hung up. He didn't kill himself. He just let the anger fester. He waited 3 years to come back and finish the conversation in person. I don't work at the center anymore. I work at a library. It's quiet, but I don't answer phones, not even my own, because every time I hear a ringtone, I feel the vibration of a heavy footstep right behind my chair, and I wonder who is standing on the other side of the wall.